Hey everyone, welcome to the 10K in 30-day live weekly webinar and happy holidays! I'm wearing my little reindeer ears. I hope you can all see this, these cute little ears. I've been wearing them all week and I hope you're having an amazing, fantastic holiday season. And I'm so happy that you could join me here today for the training because today I'm going to be sharing with you really the foundation for success. How do you create a lifestyle and a business by design instead of by default? And I'm excited that you're joining me here. And I'm just excited to share with you everything that I can to help you grow your business and to create it more by design, more by purpose, more with intent, whether that's to create a business that will replace your income, whether that's to double your current income if you are an entrepreneur already, whether you are looking to leave a job, whether you have been in business for several years. I guarantee you will love the training. You will take nuggets of wisdom out of it to grow your business. That's my promise to you. And before we get started, I want to make sure that everyone here can hear me and see me. So if you want to go ahead and type in your name and where you're from here in the chat box. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. And today I'm drinking Earl Grey tea. I love Earl Grey tea. And that'll just let me know that you guys can all hear me and see me. And then stick around throughout today's training. I'm going to be giving away a copy of each of my books. So the first book is called From Bankrupt to $900 a Day Selling Mops. It is a sales meets spirituality book. If you ever had any trouble with, overcoming the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, the fear of, the fear of putting yourself out there, being visible, sales, this book is really going to help you overcome all of that. It's got a lot of mindset mastery tips in there, as well as little nuggets of wisdom that I gleaned from 4 years of doing live product demonstrations. And it comes with over $500 worth of bonuses. So stick around. Someone's going to win a signed copy mailed to their door. And then my second book, I'm also going to give this one away today. It's called Take Your Power Back Now, The Ultimate Confidence Guide for Women. And I believe that the women are taking over the world. Yeah, I do. I really do. I think that women are rising today. They're taking their power back and they're really becoming more confident in creating, no matter what it is they want to create in their life, a family, travel, a business, you can do it. And this book gives you all the keys for confidence. And in business, you need a lot of confidence. So stick around. I'll be giving this one away as well. So Christine says everything is good here. Thank you, everyone. If you're joining me here today, we're going to get started on the 10K and 30-day Skyrocket Your Confidence and Cash Flow training. We talk about money, we talk about mindset, we talk about marketing and manifesting. And I hope you guys have had an amazing holiday, amazing holidays. I've been eating lots of sugar cookies and I'm ready. So let's dig in. I'm going to start screen sharing and we'll jump right into the training. Present to everyone. All right, so we're on. Okay, so today is really about, I was thinking, I was really thinking, what am I going to do this weekly webinar about? And I thought, people really want a business because it's a certain lifestyle that they're after, whether they're stay-at-home moms or, they want to travel. They really, you start a business because you think it's going to make your life better. And what often happens is people end up creating jobs for themselves. And so today's webinar, I really wanted to dig into, some of the systems and the processes for really creating a lifestyle and a business by design, not by default. So how do you break out of the unconventional? How do you create something amazing? That's what I want for you here in 2016. Really make your best year yet. So this is part, if you're just new and you're joining us for the first time, this is part of the 10K and 30-day formula. It's a live weekly webinar that I run every single week for spiritual entrepreneurs who really want more of life. And stick around here. If you're live on the webinar at the end of the call, I'm going to give everyone a chance to get a copy of this book, the PDF version anyways. And Seth Godin says there are some very big ideas here for anyone who's ever sabotaged themselves on a sales call, which I think is all of us. I promise you we're going to have a ton of fun and you'll come away with some breakthroughs and fabulous systems for generating more revenue in your business, guaranteed. So what's this really all about? It's really about creating the lifestyle you want. And I started my business because I love to travel. I'm a big travel bunny at heart. And I've lived all over the world. I've lived in Hawaii a few times. I've lived in Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. I've lived in Costa Rica. I've been very, very blessed, and I love my freedom, and I love to be able to really create my life the way I want it to. So that's how I built my business, and I really want to share with you everything I can about heart-centered sales. And on this webinar, on all these webinars, particularly, you're going to discover proven sales attraction systems to help you attract high-paying clients in the next 30 days. We talk about how to get massive visibility to your offers, even if you're new to business or a seasoned business owner, how to break through your visibility blocks, which happens to be the #1 problem that I see women entrepreneurs facing. You know, how to break through fear, doubt, uncertainty, overwhelm, what to do first, how to get ultra clear about your message and create content that's highly engaging and positions you as an expert that people want to buy from. We'll talk about how to close more sales by being heart-centered and authentic, not some hypey kind of used car slimy salesman thing. And really the importance of mastering your emotions in order to run a successful business. And before we go any further, I'd love to just get an idea from all of you watching here today. What is your #1 struggle? What's your #1 challenge in your business? Go ahead and type it here into the chat box, and I'm going to tailor the webinar to really help you with that. And my invitation for you is to really show up. You know, whether you're here live or you're watching this maybe as a replay, my invitation is to, you know, stop driving the car, stop, you know, multitasking, doing 5,000 things at once, and really show up. Because the more you show up to life, the more present you are with it, the more engaged you are, the more you're going to get out of it. And if I had somebody like me 6, 7 years ago before I started my business, I've been doing this professionally now for 6 years, supporting entrepreneurs and helping them make money in their business, helping them get visible. If I had someone like me 6 years ago that was just going to spend an hour to answer my questions, man, I would be on it, because I was looking for help and guidance. So my invitation for you today, if you're here, participate, show up. And I want to know, you know, what is your #1 struggle and challenge? Christine says it's consistency and motivation. All right, awesome. Thank you, Christine. Is it attracting clients? Is it, you know, breaking through your visibility blocks? Is it how to write a speech? Is it marketing? You know, what's your #1 struggle and challenge? Go ahead and type it in here to in the chat box, and I will tailor this to really answer all of your questions, and I'll check back in frequently. All right. So as you're doing that, I'm going to jump right back into the presentation, and I'll tell you really briefly a little bit about me before we begin. So my name is Vanessa Simpkins. I have written 2 books, a best-selling author. I've been on Fox and ABC, CBS, and NBC television stations. I'm a speaker, I'm a coach, a trainer, a mentor. I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs right around the world really skyrocket their confidence and their cash flow. My website's called takeyourpowerbacknow.com. I've been featured in Today's Business Women magazine and a Motivated magazine. I've spoken on a TED stage on the topic of success. I've hosted workshops right around the world, and I made my first 6 figures really by using the same systems I'm going to show you today. So stay tuned, grab a pen and paper. You're going to, you know, really take down some golden nuggets. I've been known for helping really, you know, spiritual entrepreneurs really break through their fear and rock their sales, their confidence, and their cash flow. And this, I'll tell you about this book. You know, before I got started doing all this, you know, I work with amazing entrepreneurs who really have a big vision, and I feel so blessed and grateful. But before I did this, I was perhaps like many of you. I was stuck in a job that I didn't love to pay the bills. And it was a job that I got selling mops, and I was selling mops and lint removers on stages in doing live product demonstrations, kind of like the ShamWow guy. And I got really good at that job, and I made sometimes $1,000 a day, but it wasn't my purpose. And the longer I stayed at the job, the longer I felt like I was gonna die. If I had to drive one more day, you know, into a job that was really not my purpose, I didn't want to do it anymore. My life was like, I didn't have any friends. I made a ton of money, but I would have to travel often for work, and I didn't, you know, I couldn't have plants. All my plants would die. I couldn't have pets. You know, it was really, it became very, very uncomfortable. I call it the comfortable uncomfortable. And at the same time, I was in a relationship that I could never leave. So I was kind of afraid to leave this job because I didn't think I would make the same amount of money in my business. And I was afraid to leave this relationship because I didn't think I would find something better. And I had been in this relationship for 8 years and doing this job for 4 years. And it was a very comfortable, uncomfortable that I was in. And one night, all of that changed. And I found myself, thrown against a wall in a hotel room, and I nearly died. It was a very, very big wake up call. My ex-boyfriend had a kind of a fit and threw me across the hotel room. And I escaped the taxi, and I was like, oh my God, I just became one of these battered women that you read about in the newspaper. God, why is this happening to me? And the answer was, so you can help women not fall into the same pattern. And that began my healing journey. And that became this story you see here, Take Your Power Back Now. That story I never wanted to share. And that story became a #1 best-selling book on Amazon overnight. It's become a movement, really. And it's gotten me on an 11-city television media tour talking about ways that, women give their power away to fear, which is really, this has been the story of my life. I let fear prevent me from starting my business. And it was when I took my power back and got over, left that relationship, I was able to really focus it on the things I wanted to be doing, like having my own business. And that's when my business took off, and my Hobbies $600 a month coaching income went to $15,000 a month, and I never looked back. I moved all around the world and traveled, and now I help women, spiritual women entrepreneurs, do the same thing. So I believe that authenticity is the new currency in business today, and I lead by sharing a very personal story in hopes that it inspires you no matter where you are. God's got your back, God, source, spirit, universe, whatever you want to call that. And really, sometimes the thing that you're most afraid of doing is the very thing that will set you free. I was terrified to leave that job. I was terrified to leave that relationship. And, here we are at the end of 2015 thinking about, how we're going to start 2016. Tell you what, you gotta let go, man. Let go of the shit that doesn't serve you, the people, the experiences. Now's the time to do a purge, man. It was terrifying for me to leave that job. It was terrifying for me to leave that relationship, but thank God I did. It nearly killed me, before I finally got the courage to do it, but thank God. So I moved after this whole fiasco. I decided to take my business on the road, and I moved to Kauai, Hawaii. I stayed there for just about 2 years, became the bikini business coach, and taught other people, this was my dream. I want to live on a paradise island, and that's what I did. And I ran women's retreats, which were just so phenomenal. And here and now I live in Southern California, and love speaking and inspiring and sharing stories. I tell people I'm really just a glorified storyteller. And this is my family, my boyfriend Alex and his 3 beautiful children. And we love to travel. We went back to Kauai, Hawaii this summer for a trip into my favorite sacred valley of Kalalau. And I'm so happy that you are all joining me here, because today we are going to rock, and I'm here to answer all of your questions. Been blessed to work with some amazing people. I've been doing this, not my first pony show, been around the block a few times. This is going on 6 years now that I've been doing only this. There's no other source of income but helping women really skyrocket their confidence and their cash flow. And I've been blessed to meet some amazing people. So my dad is really my inspiration. He was an artist, and he taught me to do what you love and love what you do, and some of the best advice ever. He left the legacy, an amazing, the world amazing legacy of artwork. And I think that's what we all do here as entrepreneurs, when we follow that knocking, that calling in our heart. So I'm gonna, before we begin, just go ahead here and check in and see some of the questions. Christine wants to talk about consistency and motivation. Tammy says, going from the one go-to person for decades now to getting paid for being the go-to girl. Ooh, yeah, great question. So these are both great questions. How do you go from, Yeah, people just asking you questions all the time to, hey, you're going to pay me now, right? And she also asked, how do you prioritize your day, your week, your month in order not to get lost in life? If you get off track, what have you done to get back on track? These are amazing questions. Boom. Who else is joining us here today? I want to hear from you. Do not just sit there with this webinar. I can see you guys out there. I know you're there. So my invitation for you is to show up and actually participate. Don't just sit there on the sidelines. You know, when I was just starting out my business, my God, I would have paid money for an expert who has launched books and ran teleseminars and done just about everything there is to do, but on TV, just to sit there and answer my questions. So I can tell you that clarity is power. And clarity is power. When you get clear, you get going. So please post in your number one top challenges. That was the decoration from the tree falling off. Your number one top challenges that you're struggling with in your business. And I'm going to go ahead and answer these here in a moment. These are great questions. Okay, how do you say, give me a little bit more definition, Christine, with consistency and motivation. Is it about consistency and motivation with taking action? Is that what it is? Or is it consistency and motivation with making sales calls? Or where's the consistency going? And these are great questions. We're going to get into this in the training. Awesome stuff. Okay. So Chandra says, time management, working full-time on a part-time job and finding time to write a book and start a business. Yeah, thank you. It's a great question. So time management seems to be a really big question for everyone. So we're going to talk about that. I'll share with you guys how I prioritize my day. All right, so let's start. All right, so we're looking at how to create a business and lifestyle by design instead of by default. It's all about intention. Here are 5 reasons that I find entrepreneurs continue struggling making money. And let me know if any one of these, if you're stuck on any one of these either. Also, number 1, they don't have an identity. They don't know what their expertise is. That could be like, what's my message? You're not clear about your expertise or how to define it. Number 2, you don't know what you're selling. Number 3, you don't have an influential offer or not enticing enough offer, meaning maybe you created a program but no one's buying it. Number 4, you don't talk to enough people, you don't make enough offers, so this is marketing. And number 5, don't ask for the cash. Now this is sales. Let me know if any of one of these 5, you're struggling with as well. And I'm going to time in here. Cheryl says one of her problems is she's just starting out in business. The top challenge is where to start online and locally with sharing what I know. Yep. So she's talking about mindset, spiritual, own your sparkle, inner guidance. Awesome. Christine says action. I guess I'm a perfectionist, so I get overwhelmed and discouraged easily. Yep, gotcha. Cheryl, haha, it all applies to me. Tune in. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm telling you, these are the top 5 reasons I see entrepreneurs continuing to struggle. So let's just jump in here. Let me know if any of these apply to you. So we're going to talk straight away. I'm going to give you Chandra says number 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give you a really quick recipe to make money. Ready? So write this down. Here's a very quick recipe. Visibility means everything. And if you're just starting out, if you're in a job and you need to, get the biggest bang for your buck in terms of time that you put into your business, really, I want you to write this recipe down on 1 page of your book. Just take a whole page and write this down. If you just focus on this one thing, your business will thrive. I promise, okay? Visibility means everything. And here's the recipe. Visibility plus making offers equals your income. Visibility plus offers equals your income. So when you think about that, visibility plus offers equal your income. If you want to make more income, you be more visible and you make more offers. And that's it. So notice the first part of this is visibility, which means marketing. The first part is visibility, which is marketing. And the second part, making offers, which is sales. So marketing comes before. You've got to be willing to be visible. Okay, so what does that mean? So you've got to have a marketing plan. And I know the word marketing plan is not sexy. It's not a sexy idea, but let me tell you, it is the cornerstone. It is the foundation for your success. If you want to have consistent income that you can count on, that you can pay your bills with, that you can buy houses and cars with, you can take vacations with, you can pay for your kids' education with, that you can start saving money with. It starts with a consistent marketing plan. We're going to talk about what that looks like here in a minute. And I just realized I forgot to plug my computer in, so hold on a second. All right, I got it plugged in. So being successful in business isn't about doing a ton of things. It's about doing a few things right. And Cheryl's like, well, what do we start doing? Do we start giving small freebies? Great questions. I'm going to answer it right now. So here's what a marketing plan can look like. And take some notes. A marketing plan it's basically something that you do every single week, every single month. What are you doing every day in your business? What do you need to do? All right. So it could be a weekly or a monthly webinar like you see right now. Consistency is key. I suggest everybody starts by doing a 30-day video challenge. I suggest everyone do a 30-day video challenge. And if anyone's interested on how to do that, I can post a link here for you all. I have a program on how to do that. It's an amazing way to get visible and create offers, whether you're new or whether you're a seasoned business owner. You create videos once a day, you put them on Facebook, you get a whole ton of engagement. It shows that you're the expert. It takes you 5 minutes, and you can invite people into your coaching programs, invite people to join your list. You can get comfortable being the expert. You can get comfortable being on video, break through all your visibility blocks, and create content that you can use over and over and over again. Definitely the number one way I suggest everyone be visible and make offers is by doing a 30-day video challenge. Facebook loves video, and they're rewarding people who use it. It could be speaking and speaking on other people's stages, or hosting your own workshops. Are you going to speak once, twice, or 3 times per month? It could be posting daily to Instagram or Facebook. Posting things like a thread or comments or a quote image. People really like that, and putting some little commentary there with a call to action or a link to your website, but some kind of consistency. And by consistency, I mean events. What kind of events are you using in your marketing? This is an event where you're inviting people to an event. What kind of events are you using in your marketing? So here's a case study of one of my clients, Gabrielle Sampson. And she sent me this amazing video. You gotta check this out. It's on my testimonials page on my website. She sent me this for Christmas, actually. She's so funny. She's taking 3 months off vacation from her business. Can you imagine taking 3 months off from your business? And that's what she wanted to do. She's a busy entrepreneur. She's written a book, I think 2 now. She does food. She coaches people on raw foods. She used to have a restaurant. She's an amazing heart, soul-driven entrepreneur. And she came to work with me, and her money was not her focus. What was her focus was free time. And she wanted to build a business that would give her the time away from it, where she could step away from it. And so in this testimonial, she talks about what it's done for her business to coach with me. And she did this video in her bikini for the Bikini Business Coach, from her bikini in some of the most gorgeous blue-green water off the coast of Panama. And she's now traveling with her husband for the next 3 months. So this is what's possible when you get clear about your marketing plan. What are you doing consistently every week, every month? What is your plan? How are you building your list and nurturing your community with content and value to make sales? Because, not everybody is going to be ready to buy right now. So having a list, and Cheryl's question, do you start by giving small freebies? I would say yes, absolutely. What is your free goodie? Now, if you don't know what your free goodie is, or you don't know who your ideal clients are, you don't know what your message is, again, even if you do know what your message is and you've been an entrepreneur for 10 years, I don't care where you are, my recommendation is to do a 30-day video challenge. I'm telling you, You're going to reignite your clients. You're going to, catch them but engage them for 30 days. It's going to be consistent. You're going to test out new messages. You're going to find out which video, which message was the most engaging, what they want to hear the most about. You're going to get feedback from people. You can make them offers. You can break through all your visibility blocks, and you can use some of those videos later on to create like a little 3-video package and give that away as a small freebie. Cool or cool. Here's another idea. If you don't have any content yet to start building your list, I'd recommend you create an audio. It's the fastest way you can create great relevant content. You can do it today. It can take you an hour and you're done. And basically, you want to call it 5 of the biggest mistakes your audience is making, 5 of the biggest mistake conscious parents makes and how to avoid them, 5 of the biggest mistake people who want to lose weight, make and how to avoid them, 5 of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make and how to avoid them, 5 of the biggest mistakes coaches make and how to avoid them, 5 of the big, whatever you put in there. Because your marketing has to be about solving problems for profit. That's what you're doing in business. Okay, you gotta be very clear. People are willing to pay money when they have a problem that needs to be overcome. Another question to think about is how often are you making offers to your list? So you don't just want to make a list and ignore them. You want to make a list and you want to keep nurturing them with really cool things. Now, I don't like to write. I know it's going to sound kind of funny to you guys. Trust me, I know. I'm a writer. I've written 2 books, 3 books actually, if you look on my website. I don't want to talk about the other one because it's a compilation book. But I don't really like it. I don't like to sit down and write. Yesterday, I wrote this big, long email, which was nice because it's the holidays and I'm sitting in front of my fireplace and, drinking tea. And actually, the kids are, gone and it's quiet. I'm like, now I like to write, when I have like a good couple hours stretch and I can fart around. But actually, I don't like to write because it doesn't come out as fast as my voice is. I'd rather teach and talk and speak and make videos. It's easier for me. So my marketing plan includes a video, which then I just send to my list. There you go. Here you go. Watch this. That's why I love this 30-day video challenge, because you can just pop one of those and send them to your list. Here's a tip: 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. All right. So don't just create a list, nurture it. You've got to be consistent. If you're going to build your list, are you going to communicate with them at least once a week with some relevant content? All right. I'm going to keep screen sharing here. So consistency. Consistency is the key word. Tell you what, consistency is the key word. Consistency, consistently offering value that builds trust, relationships, and sales. That's where sales comes from. So here's one of my clients, Janik. She's celebrating another success. She signed up another participant for her Bali retreat, $16,000 in her first month of sales. How amazing is that? The next month, 2 days into the month, another 6,000. So she's just rocking. And that's what happens when you're consistent. She did the 30-day video challenge and rocked it out. 20-something thousand dollars in sales. So when I tell people, you can create a great 10,000, in your first 30 days, it's not a big stretch when you're consistent. All right. So she says here, if you're thinking of hiring a coach who is heartfelt and genuine, authentic, and get you results, Vanessa's your gal. So I'm not talking to you out of my ass. I'm really sharing with you things that work if you work them. And I also want to share with you that mindset is everything. So I could talk to you here today about all these great systems and this 30-day video challenge, all these cool things. And unless your mindset is on right, none of it, absolutely none of it will matter. And because I see this all the time. People go to these events, they go to this training, they fly over here, they go here, they come home with this great plan, but they don't have their mindset's not right, and then they're not even taking action on those things. So here's one of my favorite quotes. I'm the architect of my life. I build its foundation and choose its contents. I believe I can do everything. And really, guys, this is the foundation for success in my books. It's the foundation for success. Believe in yourself. I know it's so like tchotchke, cliche, but believing in yourself is the foundation for success. Foundation right here. Here's another a quick case study of a client. And you can all find watch these videos on my website on the testimonials page. Karen Conley got started. She joined the coaching program. She wanted to prepare herself for doing getting money together. She was going to Africa, and gosh, she was speaking in front of 300 people, and she organized, she fundraised, and she hit her goals, and she went out there and she spoke in front of the crowd, and she got so many breakthroughs, but she really was struggling with, oh my God, I signed up for this thing and now I got to do, all of this fundraising, and she just knocked it out of the park, and she got so much value and benefit from the coaching that she decided she wanted to be a mindset coach. How amazing is that? And now that's what she's doing. And she's out there giving workshops and helping people and getting her first clients, and she's having a blast. So that's what's possible. She didn't even have this in mind for herself. When you really get in there and break through these limitations, that little voice inside that says, I can't do it, I'm not ready enough, I'm not good enough, I need to take another course. Good God, don't ever start that and another course, and learning without ever earning mode is the most, treacherous place you can be. You do want to get support, accountability, and mentorship. You want to surround yourself with people who can see the greatness in you. Absolutely. So I'm gonna stop here for now, and I'm gonna answer a few questions. And I'm gonna go back here. And so I'm gonna answer the question. Tammy first asked, how do I go from being the go-to person for decades and now getting paid for being the go-to girl? My answer for that is to, again, do that 30-day video challenge and announce yourself on those videos as an expert. So one of my clients, she came to see me, she said, if I could just make $5,000 a month, forget about your 10K a month, Vanessa, if I can just make $5,000 a month, I'll quit my part-time job. She was a yoga teacher. And she did a lot of like spiritual channeling and coaching and all this cool stuff, but she'd never really been paid for it. And so I said, well, you've been doing this for years. You're the expert, you get out there and you call yourself an expert, and, experts charge such and such money. And that just switched everything in her mind. And she started doing the video challenge. Within 2 weeks, she had $2,500 in sales. She quit her job, never looked back. So that point about being the expert, that's why the video challenge is so amazing, because you get to do so many things with it. You get to break through the blocks. You get to announce to the world, to Facebook, to your friends, to new people who don't really know you, that you're really an expert, and you get to invite them into different offers. So that's what I would suggest you do. And how I prioritize my day, my week, my month, not in order to get lost. And how do I get back on track when I do get lost is I create for myself a marketing plan. So that looks like, what do I do every single month in my business? So I know always my end goal. So if your end goal is 10,000 a month, then okay, how many clients is that? Is that 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 clients for you? So then your target, your goal. So what are you going to do in order to generate that amount of sales? How many people do you need to get in front of to make offers to have phone calls with, to say yes to that? And the coaching that I offer people is, don't sell $200, $300 things, sell high-end coaching programs where you don't need a ton of people, but you need just a few committed ones, but not a ton, which is great, to fill that up and to hit your income goals. So that might look like 1 or 2 or 3 clients, or maybe, 10 clients at $1,000, a month. So it's not a lot of clients. Does that make sense? And then when I get off track with myself, so I know here, let me tell you, my marketing calendar is, I do a webinar a week like this. I used to do a 30-day video challenge. I did one, and I haven't even been able to get through my second one because the results have been like through the roof, just to give you an idea. I haven't even been able to get through my second one. I'm on like day 9. I'm stopped there. I don't have to do it. But I did a video every single day. I started reading a chapter in my book and offering commentary and posting that. I did that 1 round, and I did that the second round, and I just went off doing it anymore. I also, one of my videos that I do during the week, I send it out to my list, and I speak once a month. And what else do I do? And I post on Facebook every day. I post on Facebook on my personal page and my fan page. And my assistant sends some of my content out to Twitter. That's basically what I do. That's my marketing mix. That's it. That's all. That's all I do. And I know that I have to do that every single month. So when I get off track, I just, okay, recommit to it. It's just a decision. I'm going to recommit to it. I'm going to recommit to it. I'm going to recommit to it. And when I do, everything works. So how do I prioritize my day? I put everything into my calendar. I have a Google Calendar. And so I have, certain days for client calls. I have certain days, I know that like my webinar time, and I have times where I have to, create slides for things. I block that out. So the things that I have to do that I don't really like doing, it's blocked out in my calendar. It's like, a client call or something. There's nothing else that can come in there. So those things get done. They're important. They're put in my calendar every single day. And then I also, put time in for things like getting oil changes and like very unsexy things like grocery shopping, and you know what I mean? Those things that have, they're called energy leaks. I call them, not grocery shopping as energy leak, but things like, I don't know, the things that you don't really want to get done, but that have to get done. All right, they're pulling your energy. So the sooner you fix them, the sooner you start feeling really, really good. And everything is about your energy. Everything is about how you feel. So you want to feel really good about your business, that you're taking care of it, you're taking action, and also feel really good about your life, that you're taking care of that too. So Chandra says, time management, working full-time and part-time job, and finding time to write a book and starting a business. Amazing. Time management, I would say spend an hour a day on your business. Do one thing. Just pick one thing. And I'm going to ask you, Chandra, from this webinar, what's the one thing you're taking away from this? Because you actually can start a business without having a book. And I would recommend doing that. You can just tell people you're writing the book, create buzz about it. And as you go and market, collect information, find out what people want, and have paying clients even before the book comes out. I guarantee you do that first. You're gonna save a lot of time and money and energy. Trust me, because I did that in my first book. Cheryl says, just starting a biz, top challenges, where to start online locally with sharing what I know. So again, 30-day video challenge on Facebook, #1 hands down way to do it. And we can talk about more workshops. I also teach people about how to host their own workshops. Christine, action. I guess I'm a perfectionist, so I get overwhelmed and discouraged easily. So what I would do, Christine, is, how I operate my day is I have this book over here. This book is my everything. I'm very visual, so I write everything in a book. It's one of these like pink books. Okay, it goes with me everywhere. Every day I get a whole new blank page. That's just what to talk about on the webinar. So here's my day yesterday. What is this? Monday. Okay? Monday, and then today add a few more things. And then, so I put down all the things I need to do, and then I prioritize them. This is number 1, 2, 3. The rest of them, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. But number 1, 2, 3. What am I doing? Number 1, 2, 3. What are the top 3 things? And just do that. Just focus on doing the top 3. And I can tell you that you just got to do it, man. Fail forward, fail faster. That's the best marketing advice I ever got from a mentor of mine way back in the beginning. He says, the faster you fail, the faster you're going to learn. I send out stuff all the time with a ton of spelling mistakes on it. Let me tell you, I still make a great amount of money, and I make spelling mistakes all the time, and I don't care. There's always going to be people out there that, I once posted this picture of me on Facebook, believe in yourself, and I spelled believe wrong. And I only found out after like 168 people liked it and 35 people shared the thing. You know what I mean? Who cares? Some people will care, and most people won't. So you can't let that perfectionism stop you. And it will stop you. It's a mindset game. All right. So Cheryl says, I need something to sell first, then the video challenge. Create a course with your book. No, you don't, actually. That's the biggest mistake you can make right there. And I'm so happy you brought that up. You need to sell something first to find out if people actually buy it. And then you go ahead and you create it. So we can talk about this. Very, very happy that you brought that up. You're going to waste a lot of time creating something that people might not even want. So what I suggest people do is test it out, See if people, in a freebie or something, see if people like it, survey them, find out what the problems are, and then create a solution to solve that. Yep, don't waste your time creating a program that nobody wants to buy. It's a big time waster. Great questions, everyone. I'm so happy that you're here. Christine says, right on. We're going to continue with the screen share. Please continue, go ahead, posting your questions. I'm going to be jumping back in and answering. So this is really for you if you're a heart-centered entrepreneur. Vera says, powerful, maximum mojo, wisdom bombs dropping here, Vanessa. Thanks, Vera. I'm happy you guys are tuning in. And we're really sharing, I'm sharing from the heart, the best nuggets that I can to help you really grow your business in the coming year. So please do ask me your questions. Now's the time. And I'm going to encourage you, this is really for you. This is really for entrepreneurs who are showing up, they're heart-centered, and they're saying yes, and this is really all the source, God, Spirit wants you. It wants you to follow that calling. Many of you are being called to really step forward as leaders, as visionary leaders, as healers in the world, as empowerment leaders, as inspirational leaders, sharing with people your mess that's really, it's turning into a message. And it takes a lot of courage. And I get that. I see that. I know that. And I can tell you that on this journey that you're taking, clarity is really power. And I mean clarity about your message, clarity about your offers, clarity about your coaching programs, clarity about, what do you charge? What do you call yourself? What are your clients' problems? What do you solve for profit? Clarity about, do I host a webinar every week? Do I create, a video series? Do I create a workshop? What do I put on my website? What's my free offer called? All of this clarity is power, because the more clear you are, the more action you take, the more results you get. And here's another testimony of a client that I work with. She was actually maybe gonna, I don't know, get a job. She was working in a leadership consulting in the UK. She'd worked very hard in her business and she wasn't happy with the results. She was traveling a lot and she was thinking of just throwing in the towel, getting a job. But what she really wanted was to have her husband come and join her in her business. And she signed up to work with me. Her first month, we got her really clear about the offer she was making and to the right people. We did some mindset work as well. And she closed a deal for £37,000. It's close to $50,000. Her business now is completely transformed. I think the biggest problem she has now is keeping up with all the business that she has. And she's hired coaches to help her. And she's really just doing an amazing, amazing job. This is another one of my clients, Sharon, who had a huge vision. And she hosted her one-day women's empowerment event with over 140 women. I helped her get clear on her marketing strategy, and she filled the room with 140 people. And she's done now her second one. So this is, this is kind of passe. I should get a better slide. She's done 2 of these now, and she's hosting a retreat, I think, in Costa Rica this winter. So my question for you is, how much time are you spending in survival mode? And by survival mode, survival mode, I mean wondering and worrying and trying to figure it out, spinning your wheels, but not really generating the kind of results you want to be making in your business. And what is it really costing you in terms of money that's left out on the table every month by not having that clarity? What's it costing you in terms of impact in the world? If people can't find you and they don't know who you are and they don't know the wonderful service that you can offer them. And what's it costing you in terms of, peace of mind, just from knowing that, you're on track and you're doing your deal and, you're showing up and you're serving and you're living your purpose. What's it costing you in terms of time maybe spent with your family instead of trying to juggle, a job and running a business? What's it costing you in terms of stress? I can tell you, if you have a business right now and you don't have a sales attraction system lined up and you don't have a lot of these pieces in place, it can be very stressful and you can be really actually a very scary place, because then you start to doubt yourself. Am I really meant to do this? Right? Am I doing the right thing? And you might slip back and get a job. What's it costing you in terms of, inner peace and happiness? So basically you have a choice. You know, you could be in one of three places. You could be watching this webinar, taking notes like a gangbuster, saying, you know, this is really cool. Thanks, Vanessa. I'm going to go off and do this on my own. Or you could be in a place of, you know what, I'm really ready to make a breakthrough here. I'm really ready to get very different results in 2016. And if that's the case, my question for you is, what would, in the next 30 days, what would an extra $10,000 mean for you in your business? I'm just gonna have some tea here. My throat feels so dry. What would an extra $10,000 mean for you in the next 30 days? How would you like to double or quadruple your income in the next 30 to 60 days? Now, I'm telling you, some people tell me, oh my God, $10,000, Vanessa, I'd fall off my chair. If you could just help me make $2,000 or $3,000 extra, I'd quit my job. Some people are like, I want to make 20 grand. Okay. You've seen some of these testimonials. It's absolutely possible. And I really want to talk to you about skyrocketing your confidence and cash flow. And I have the best program that helps spiritual entrepreneurs do that. It's called my 10K in 30-day program. Tammy says, in the next 30 days, making 10 grand, I would quit my corporate job. Woohoo! I get you, man. I absolutely get you. So the program is called the Skyrocket Your Confidence and Cash Flow 10K in 30-day program. And what we do is we get you super, super clear on number one, having the right mindset for success, undoing all the limitations, all the inner blocks, all the self-chatter, all the things that tell you I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, you know, all this crap has to be dealt with. So we do a lot of mindset work. Then we help you get clear on your ideal clients and your message. What are the problems that you solve for profit? What are your marketing messages? What do you call yourself? Who are your clients? We talk about visibility strategies, generating traffic and generating leads consistently. That's, you know, having your marketing plan solid. We talk about packaging your services. What are you selling? How much does it cost? What's included? You know, are you going to create a mastermind program, an online program? Are you going to create a group coaching program, a one-on-one program? What are you selling? Module 4, I share with you my sales script. How do you handle sales objections? This one is this module by itself is worth the price alone. Number one, hands down, the best sales training out there. Module 5 is about how do you position yourself as an expert? Are you going to write a book, create an audio series? What are you going to do? Many of my clients write books. Module 6 is about networking. How do you use networking to get the word out there, to generate alliances? What do you say? How do you say it? Where do you go? Module 4 is about how do you create your free opt-in gift online? What do you put in your website? What do you use as an autoresponder series? How does that whole thing work? Who do you use? All of that stuff's laid out for you. Module 8, you know, it's really getting your entire sales attraction system together. Then, of course, I offer you all the resources. There's bonuses in there. Anything that you want to know about. I've been doing this for 6 years professionally, full-time. And if I wasn't good at what I'm doing, I wouldn't still be doing it. So everything and everyone I've used that I recommend, I put them there in my resources for you. You also get access to my workshop Profit Secret System, which is a course on its own. It's basically how you generate $100,000 or more in speaking just by hosting these small intimate workshops, you know, 15, 20 people. I'm telling you, you don't need thousands of people to generate a really great income. So I share with you the scripts. How do you start your talk? How do you make offers at the end? How do you fill the room? How do you use joint ventures? You know, what do you sell at the end of your workshop? How do you seed your workshop from the beginning? What are your teaching points? What are the stories? Do you get, you know, blueprints, scripts for everything? So it's really laid out for you. Just kind of pop. You can even use my my flyer. I let people do whatever they want, you know. And so it's all kind of done for you, and you just plug and play. You plop your, you know, the title in there, and you're good to go. Here's another case study. One of my clients, I got this on Facebook just before Christmas. Hi, Vanessa, just received your gift. Really want to say really thank you. Also, I want to personally thank you for your program and your coaching. Yeah, you're over delivering. This is one of the best, if not the best investments I've ever made. And that was just such an incredible feel-good moment, you know, to open up Facebook and see that there. And when I tell you that it's the best program out there, I'm not lying. I'm telling you guys the truth. I've done a lot of coaching programs out there, and what I see consistently is, you know, these cattle call coaching programs where there's thousands of people and you never get any one-on-one time with the mentor, or very, very little, and that is not what this is about. One of my clients, Susanna Kennedy, says Vanessa over-delivered on her promise. She says, Vanessa's challenge is 10K in 30 days, but my results have been double that. So do the math. That's $20,000. So when I tell you, you know, people tell me, man, 10,000 is a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. You're not going after, you know, 50 sales. You know, we're going to position you to generate a maximum return on your output, meaning a maximum return on your time. You know, creating a service that's in demand, and, you know, the wording around that and how you get there in the shortest amount of time possible. So if this interests you, I'm going to invite you to sign up for the program. I'm taking applications now. You can go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. Go ahead and sign up there. And here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in takeyourpowerback.com, 10K ready. I want to make sure that everyone saw all of those slides. I think I forgot to present to everyone. Anyways, takeyourpowerbacknow.com, 10K ready is where you apply. I'm taking applications. I'm really looking for committed entrepreneurs who are ready. You're ready. You're tired of banging your head against the wall. You're tired of trying to figure it out on your own. You're tired of paying for these silly little tchotchke courses, and you're left more, you know, freaked out and overwhelmed, and, you know, without clear direction. You're looking for somebody who's really going to take you by the hand and help you sort it out and help you get clear, and you're ready to take action. You're ready to invest in yourself. You're ready to make your business a real business that supports you and your family, and quit it being a hobby, okay? Because hobbies can be very, very expensive, I know. So my invitation again, go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready and apply. I don't take everyone who applies, but I do read them personally. And until January 9th, so you guys have until January 9th to take advantage of the pricing, because as of January 9th, which is my birthday, the investment for the program will be significantly increasing, nearly doubling. So there are a few places left right now, and I'm taking applications, and in January, the investment will really skyrocket. So I want to leave you with a few things. Here's another testimonial. I'm inviting you to go ahead to my website and take a look. You know, this is Maggie. She joined the program. Within her first few weeks, she got so excited by getting clear on what she was offering, and by finding a business model that really suits her time, because she's a mom of 2 young children. I think a 1 and a 3-year-old, so she doesn't have a lot of time. And she said, Vanessa, I really, you know, she has a lot to offer a woman. She's an amazing women's empowerment leader. And she came to see me. We put a program together, and she really just knocked it out of the park, and raised her fees right away by 50%. So if this interests you, again, I'm going to invite you to go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. Cheryl says that the cost of your program is available. We'll discuss that on the phone together, you know, if you qualify, Cheryl. So do go ahead and apply if you're interested. Here's another testimonial. Tanya Clark Marinelli, another amazing women's empowerment leader. She also has an Empowered Kids program. She is just on fire. I mean, I invite you to go and watch these videos. I don't want to, you know, play them here on the webinar because we'll be here for hours and there's a ton of videos over there. But this woman, she's just doing gangbusters. She wanted to open up a school. She's doing that. She's now teaching her empowering kids program to other teachers to empower kids right around the world in these special schools. She's spoken at events. She got 17 people to sign up to her offers, like things that have just never really been possible for her before. And she attributes it to doing the breakthrough work in this program, the inner mindset work. All right. It's the only thing that's really helped her get into action, the right profitable action. You'll hear as you listen to these women again and again, time and time again in these testimonials that it's, the inner foundational work, the support, that's, the accountability that's helped them really take consistent action. Right? We talked about consistent action in a marketing plan, and you need accountability for that. And support. That's what happens here inside this amazing program. That's why I say it is the best program out there. Some more testimonials. Sharon Cohen you heard with. Nicole, her best week yet, 8,000 in sales. So again, I've set aside some time to speak with you in the next week or so for about an hour, and I'll take some time aside. But I really want to talk with you about how to dramatically help you improve your sales and attract more clients. Because let me tell you, when you start bringing more money in, you can breathe, you can relax, you can pay your bills. Then you can start thinking about leveraging your business and investing in fancy things. But the first things first, you need to generate sales in your business. That's what having a business is all about. And if you're not focusing on that, if you're focusing on farting around on Instagram or farting around here, it's not going to cut it. You need to make sales. That's what a business is. That's what I want to help you do. We really want to help turn your results around wherever you're at. This could, if you're already in business and you're just looking to get to that next level, or if you're just starting out and really wanting to get clear on how to put yourself out there and really hit the ground running, then this is for you. And again, I'll personally take the time to sit down and talk with you and help you get crystal clear about what's holding you back from getting the results you want. And if you're selling any kind of service, and you want to be able to sell your services for higher price points, attract more leads and paying clients, this is going to help you get there. We talk about systems. It's so important. And the cost is free, okay? Again, this is a free call. And like I said, I'm taking applications. I don't take everyone, but I will take yours. And my invitation is, if you've enjoyed this webinar, if you found value, if you've enjoyed my, what I'm sharing here, apply today. Go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. And, some of you might even be watching thinking, oh my God, it's terrifying. Oh, yeah, it totally is. Anytime you're going to grow, your ego is going to have a shit fit, and you better know how to handle that. You better get comfortable being outside your comfort zone, man. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. You get paid to be a visionary and a leader and to think outside the box and to do things that the rest of the world aren't willing to do. That's why they have jobs. That's why they stay in jobs. All right, entrepreneurs think very differently, and you need to hang around people that are just like you. Otherwise, you start to think that you start to believe that I call them not the whack jobs, but my family. They said it was so crazy. I remember my family when I got that mop job. They were like, my uncle was like, "You're never gonna make any money." I was like, "Yeah, I made $600 today." My aunt was like, "Where do I sign up? How can I get the same job?" Like. Don't listen to your family, and I'm serious. Most of the people around you, they just want to keep you safe, all right? And remember, nothing happens until you make a decision. Nothing happens until you make a decision. Your power is wielded in the decisions that you make. Your power is wielded. You wield your power. You take your power back when you make a decision. Most people are just creating the same thing over and over again because they keep making the same decisions, or they just procrastinate making a decision they know they need to make because of fear. Again. So you've got to be willing to take risks. This is what being an entrepreneur is about, and calculated risks, And my invitation to you is, if you're looking for help and guidance, you want to hire a mentor who's been there and done it before, and not just, says that they're so amazing, but they've helped other people do it as well. That means that they have systems that work. and follow your intuition. You know, let love guide you. I tell you, people have conversations with me and they tell me, I know you're the one I'm supposed to work with. And I say, and I'm not surprised. I tell God, hey, send me the people who are really ready for a breakthrough. And those are the people that I get. Those are the people that God sends me. So if you feel, you know, called and connected, then really, you know, have the courage to show up and say yes. It's really yes to that inner calling. You know, that's really when life gets so amazing, because you start allowing yourself to be used by that source, you know, and directed and guided, and that source needs you to obey it, needs to know that you're a liege to it, and it'll just open up the most incredible doors. So I'm going to leave you with one last quote here. Everything in your life is a reflection of a choice you have made. If you want a different result, make a different choice. Again, you know, you're the driver in there. So again, if you want to be part of the 10K and 30-day Skyrocket Your Confidence and Cash Flow program, find out what it's all about, find out what's holding you back, kick your income into high gear, create a real business, not just a hobby, but a real business that sustains you and your family, and create a consistent cash flow, and get the support and accountability that you need, get the clarity that you need. Go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready and sign up here today. And I'm going to go ahead and answer some of these questions, and also give you guys a chance where you can pick up a copy of my book. So let me see who's still here in the room. All right. So I forgot to tell you guys about how to pick these up. All right. So let's do a little kind of pop quiz. Whoever can tell me, type here in the chat box, whoever can tell me what? Whoever can tell me in which city I wrote this book. What was I doing when I wrote this book? Where was I? Either which city was I in when I wrote this, or what was I doing? What was I actually physically doing? I will send you a copy of this book. Just type it in the chat box. Which city did I write this in, and what was I doing exactly, specifically? What was I doing? I'll send you a copy of that book. And this one, I'll make it a little bit easier. Where have you seen these little reindeer ears before? If you follow me on my social media feeds, you should be able to find that pretty quickly. Who else was wearing these little reindeer ears? So Cheryl says you were selling mops. Yes, I was selling mops. You're right. And I'll give it to you. I was out pulling a 2,000-pound, a 2,000-pound camper trailer behind an old minivan across Canada. I did that for 2 summers, and I was selling mops. When I wrote this book, I was actually in Saskatoon. So Cheryl, go ahead and send me your email address. Send you mine here at Take Your Power Back Now. Not your email address, sorry, your physical address, and I will mail you a copy of the book. And if you would like the PDF version of this book, if you've enjoyed this webinar and you want more of this webinar, it's a weekly webinar that I do. I'm going to invite you to go ahead onto the actual event page in Facebook. There is the link in chat. Go into there, join, so you can follow up and get invites, and post something that you learned today. Let me know something that your biggest aha, one thing, one tip that you really enjoyed. Go ahead and post it in there, and I'll message you on Facebook with the PDF of this. You can all go ahead and read it. It's a great book. Really helps you with mindset, which I think is the foundation for success as an entrepreneur. And I'm also going to invite you here. What was your biggest aha? What was your biggest takeaway here from today's webinar? What's one thing you're going to put into practice? What's one nugget? What's one aha? What's one thing that you heard, or idea, or a quote, or a marketing strategy that you're going to do? Just one, the power of one, man. If you show up and you take action on one thing, Every day, if you just do one thing in your business, one thing, end of 30 days, you can have a completely different business. So let me know what's one thing that you're going to be doing here, or one big aha that you got from the webinar. Go ahead and type that in. And while you guys are all, doing that, I'm going to thank each and every one of you and wish you an amazing, amazing rest of your holidays wherever you're at. Christine says, take it all in steps, not all at once, and plan those steps. Yeah, very good. Yep, that's exactly it. It's chunking it down. It's small steps, small steps. And then you plan it into your calendar as if it's like a client call. Yep. Chandra says, use a notebook to start part of my day. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and then it's number 1 with the circle, number 2 with the circle, number 3 with the circle, most important things, and then start on those. Because most of the time we get so like, oh, I'll just fart around on Facebook, I'll go and do this, and then like the big rocks are at the bottom and they don't get done. But our mind seems to think that they're bigger than they are. Cheryl, 30-day video challenge. Boom, awesome sauce. Oh yeah, I wanted to give you the link for that. If you want some guidance around how to do that, where would that be? I'll email it to you. I don't know where the heck, what was it? I'll have to find that link somewhere. Tammy, one big thing, stay on top of my Laugh app development every day. Yep, one thing every single day. One thing every single day. Yep, it'll be amazing, amazing. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I have thoroughly enjoyed being here with you today and answering all of your questions. And I love each and every one of you. I hope you have an amazing holidays. And I look forward to seeing you on next week's webinar. Have an amazing day.